G'day, mate, and welcome back to Factorio with me, Jetty. We're still in our definitive base, our definitive guide to Factorio, and everything's going to hell. Everything's going to hell in a handbasket. We're out of a lot of resources, a lot of basic resources, a lot of important resources. One of them being stuff like green circuits, and copper, and iron. Like, the belts might look full, but as we continue down the bus, we'll see that more and more belts go empty as we get there. So, what I want to do this episode, now we have all the sciences up and running, we can get a couple of important things that I'd like to get running, like having an extra pipe that I don't need. I want to actually play with the productivity modules we covered in our last episode. That's a lot of them. Am I getting... Yeah, let's cap that because I don't have all the resources in the world. Okay, especially steel. So I did want to upgrade our steel furnaces. We're going to do that. But I want to get a few other things done first. First thing I want to do is I want to take our productivity modules. Now remember, these cost extra power, create extra pollution, but they also, and this is the important thing, give us free resources. Free resources are great. I like free resources. So we're going to go over to our gear belts, which are using a substantial amount of iron. Okay? And I'm going to put them in every single one of these guys. They're going to slow them down. But it's going to give us free gears for the cost of power. So as we can see, this little bar ticks along ever so slowly because we have plus on the right-hand side, plus 8% productivity. And it's going to go a little bit slower, but we're going to get free gears. The other one we're going to do is green circuits. Now, it's going to make the whole build slower, but that's okay because the whole build can't get fed currently. So we're going to do one side versus the other side. I'm going to press this button for just a second so we can see the difference. And we can see that all the copper is just making it to the end now. In fact, I could probably, and we're going to, put one more blueprint on... Whoops. One more blueprint on the end. Which we will preemptively hit with an upgrade planer and upgrade it to tier 2 assemblers, which I have on me so I can get these guys built and put in our productivity modules. And oh, there's a lot of copper getting to the end, but it should also, and unfortunately these splitters here in the middle create a bias that you can't really see, but it should give us extra green circuits, okay, out the top belts for the cost of extra power. Just fix power. We've got plenty of power. We're okay for power. So I'm going to dump all productivity modules into these guys. Come on, robots. The other place I want to dump productivity modules, because this is where most of your resources go, is into the labs. Okay? Labs, you might notice, don't create pollution. They do use power, but they don't create pollution. So I don't mind if they use a bit more power. They're not going to create any more pollution, but they're going to stop us consuming nearly as much material, which in turn is going to stop us creating nearly as much pollution in the rest of the base. How's that working now? So our copper belts are still coming in full, and they're making it not quite to the end. Yeah, it looks like they're just getting past these two, which means they'll be eaten by this last set. So if we look at our green circuit belt, we can see hopefully, yeah, there's definitely more green circuits on the belt. So yeah, a little bit of productivity slows things down, but at the same time can give us a whole bunch of extra materials. So going down our workshop, I'm trying to work out why the belt, oh, it doesn't deaden here, it just finally compacts down to one belt and a little bit. Yeah, we don't have nearly enough green circuits. Not nearly enough green circuits. So, logical thing we were going to do is we're going to go to a green circuit build. We're going to see that it uses about here it's running out of copper. So we're going to take the whole build. I'm going to copy the whole build. We're going to... No, what I miss? I missed the top of it. So we're going to take the whole build, we're going to copy the whole build, going to line the whole build up with those splitters. Dump that there. That doesn't need to be there because that's something entirely separate. We're going to put another build on. That extra build. We're going to put a booster copper lane on. So we're going to come all the way back up to these guys. We're going to put in a splitter, a splitter, a splitter. We're going to copy those across. We're going to bring our undergrounds down. I'm going to use ghost belts so the bots can just get to this at their merry leisure. Okay, maybe an underground to go under the underground pipe. Yes, okay. And in there. And I want to do the same on this side, which hopefully we can run this belt hard up against with some undergrounds to go under roboports and radars. Yeah, and radars from memory. Yeah. Now, because I copied this with the productivity modules in it, it'll get pasted down with the productivity modules in it. Okay, so I want to put that one there. I'm going to move the gear belt in an underground so I can bring that one into there. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Like so. And oh, I need one there. And then hopefully, after all this gets built and placed, our green circuit should be doing miles better. That was our first split where we had 1 bit belts. What are we waiting on? We're waiting on basically everything. Oh, we're also waiting on that to be in the right spot. Yeah, check your builds. Check your builds. Now, technically with the way this is built... Oh, and there's pipes in the middle of the build. Okay. You are just not going to exist. You're just going to have a gap on one side. Yeah. We can do that with that. Put that instead of there. You pretty much the same story. We're going to have to just do a small shuffle of all the stuff and things because we happen to have pipes in the way. Cool. All of you guys can go away. Fine. We'll remove them individually. There we go. You're going to have to go that way on the output. Why can't I have you there again? No, I can definitely put that there. Oh, because I just deconstruct the pipes, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay, I want to put the pipes back. Cool. Alright, so hopefully after this gets fed with... Oh, that's what the issue is. We're side loading. Side loading only gives us half a belt's worth. I actually want to do... Oh, that with a input priority on the, I don't know, whatever side that was, and do the exact same here with the input priority on the other left. Yeah. So that should give us way more green circuits. As we can see, we definitely have one, almost 2 full belts. I would call that 2 full belts with a little bit spare. So that's our first problem sorted. Second problem I want to sort is our lack, therefore, of iron. Actually, no. Second problem I want to sort is I want to sort some legs. Legs require electric engines. Electric engines we have been making over at Sciences. Where's the electric engines? There's the electric engine build, which should have some electric engines on a belt. 2 lots of legs, please. Okay. At the same time, real power armor needs 40 more electric engines. Needs 20 blue circuits. We should be able to find those fairly easily right here. What are you missing? You're missing low density structures. What is low density structures missing? Steel. Never mind. So we're going to have a real power armor. Now, real power armor is really cool because if we look at our modular armor that we've been using currently. It has an inventory size bonus of 10. This one has an inventory size bonus of 20. Also, the equipment grid size goes from 5 to 5 to 7 by 7. 7 by 7 is that much bigger. That you can fit in that much more junk and that much more crap. So we're going to put that one on. We're going to open that one back up. We're going to empty it out. We're going to open that one back up, and we're going to put in both our legs, both our batteries, all the solar panels, the belt immunity as well, and to keep this baby running, we're going to put that into our trash slots. Keep this baby running, we're going to need more of them, which needs more solar panels, which needs copper, iron, steel. Steel is the item it's going to need. Which, yeah, steel belt is so dead, it's not funny. Steel box. Yeah, handcraft a few of those. Okay. So, now we can get around just a little bit faster. Yeah, they're basically out of power. As long as I keep adding solar panels to them, eventually they'll catch up. Alright. You're out of iron, are you? Yes, you're out of iron. So, because I've extended this down, I've added the extra copper. I do need to add extra iron. Not in exactly the same spot. I need to add it 50% later, which is about here-ish. Here-ish, somewhere there. We're going to leave that for a later JD problem. Because what I really want to do is I want to drag down some solar panels. I want to drag down some roboports. Because our outpost that used to be really far away has basically become part of our base. So I want to grab a roboport, which I should have on my tool belt so I can see them easily. And I want to definitely put a roboport in red circuits. Right here. With a real power pole. Because we've upgraded to real power poles. Put another one right there. Put another one. Come on. Nope. Upper tile. There. So now we can extend the robot network down to this area. There. 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 Which means a couple of things. One, we can automate construction this far out. Two, it means we can repair things this far out. Which is going to be potentially critically important because this is still like a front line. It's still a combat zone. So if anything gets damaged, like the walls, the robots can pop down here and hit them up with some repair packs and fix them right back up for us. I'm going to run out of roboports. That's fine. As long as we get most coverage. Oh no, turns out I got more on me. Put one there. And one there, and radars. Yes, we're missing coverage in this whole area, so I'm going to put a radar there. Okay, so now we have access to build and upgrade and do things remotely. So as you can see, I'm getting iron ore down here. Iron ore is going on a yellow belt. Iron ore is coming up here, and it's going into these furnace blocks. This particular furnace block is upgraded to steel furnaces, which means it runs at twice the speed, which means it's only feeding the first 12. The rest of them are doing nothing. So we're going to take our handy dandy upgrade planner. We're going to start mass upgrading, which is fine because as far as we know, all these things are in robot range, which means the robots get the fun job of flying all the way out here, putting down all the red belt, picking up all the yellow belt and flying it back to base, which is off that lane, which is off... Nope, we found an area that didn't have robot coverage. So this corner has no robot coverage, alright? So we need to fix that at some stage. Go there, to there, to there, to there. Hi, robots. They've flown all the way down to say hello to me. Okay. So I want to upgrade... I want to look at the miners. Okay, you guys are yellow. So anybody with yellow lights needs to have red belt up to and past them. Up to about there. Up to There's lots of ones in this row that have yellow lights. And there's a couple in this row that have yellow lights. So we're going to upgrade all of that. And all of that. And all of that. And you know what? We're just going to do this whole section. And then what I want to do is I want to have you go left and you go left. So we're going to output priority left, output priority left. Same time, I'm going to upgrade planar that and that. So they both turn to red as well. And that should get us a full red belt of ore down this middle belt, which goes in our steel smelter, which should give us a lot more steel. At the same time, we need to do something about robot ports. I do have big power poles on me. Excellent, big power poles. Big power poles are basically useless for powering up things, but they are really, really good at stretching a decent distance and letting you build stuff like robot ports. The catch is a robot port actually stretches further than a big power pole. So if we bring up deconstruction planar, that's now all covered. Bots are flying off and dealing with that problem. As you can see, this belt looks half packed because obviously it's running at twice the speed. The other thing I really want to do, and this is going to be another important one, and I need to go storage first, is I want to remove all of those. Look in the storage on the right and make sure there is no other wood in the network. There is not. Good. Because we're going to set up wood recycling. I do need one of those. So we're going to come up to here. We're going to put in one of those, which is going to have an input priority from the right and an output priority to the left. We're going to put down one storage chest with one inserter. You're going to do nothing but wood goes in this chest. And then if I take my wood and I dump it out to logistics network. Hello wood! Excellent. And that goes in there. And that goes off to the great burners, which will get rid of everything. Power is still okay. Excellent. So the other issue that we're having with our complete lack of resources. So we had a lack of iron that we're fixing right now. The other thing we're having a problem with is oil. Our plastic belt is crap, to say the least. If we look at our oil crude pipe, it's empty. If we go back to the source, we can see that they're definitely all working and they're also empty at this point. Now, what we can do, we played with productivity modules. We have speed modules. Speed modules make things go faster. Much faster. In fact, actually, we do have an assembler in here that has made speed modules for a different purpose. Haha. But you'll have a few in you. Alright. So, our speed modules. Speed. These guys, we can put these into anything, and it makes it go faster. We always like it when things go faster. So, what I want to do is... all those miners look to be running now. Yes. Cool. What I want to do is I want to take these and I want to put these in our pump jacks. Our pump jacks have 2 module slots. They already have some built-in productivity from our bonuses tab. Our mining productivity that we've researched. We could get another one. And in fact, because we've already unlocked purple and yellow science, we could get another one, but they're not exactly cheap. Speed modules are cheap. So, 2 speed modules have been put in there. They have 50% extra energy consumption. We've got 2 of them, 100% extra energy consumption. But the speed has gone from speed has gone from 1 to 140%. So, a lot faster. Alright. And we're going to dump some there, and some there, and some there, and some in there. And then I wish I had more. What I can do is I can put these ones in temporarily. Mining productivity, the prod mods are the exact opposite. They're actually going to slow the machine down. They're not worth having in our case. We'd be much better off with the speed modules compared to the productivity modules. But what I can do is I can use our upgrade planner. I can say, hey you, robots, swap over from speed modules to productivity modules. Cover these machines. And now I know I need 6 more speed modules. I have 1. I have 2 crafting. 1, 2, 3. And it means once I give these to the robots can take care of it and they'll physically put the speed modules into these machines for me. which means I don't have to come back down here and do it myself, which I like. We're all about automating all the things we possibly can in this game, and that's another thing we consider automated. So I've just dumped 2 in the network, 3 in the network. Eventually a logistical bot will find me, it'll take it, it'll put it in storage, construction bot will pick it up, take it down there, put them physically in the machines. Next thing I need on the whole list of things that we don't have requires steel, and it's going to be lasers. Lasers are important. Lasers we haven't covered yet. In fact, I don't think we've researched yet. No. Okay. What have we researched that we haven't played with? All of those things have been played with. All of those things have been played with, used, or done. We haven't done something with solar panels, but solar panels are pretty self-explanatory. They're solar. Accumulators was something we'll do later on after we get solar panels up and running. They're not a thing now. They're all intermediates. That's combat. Combat we could definitely do with... Oh, we've got that. We could do with some rockets. Rockets are not a bad idea. Rockets require green circuits. Yoink. They also require iron. Yoink. Our iron belt is suffering like you would not believe. Yup. Okay, so rockets require explosives and electronic circuits. They do take 8 seconds to craft. We have conveniently a whole belt right here of explosives. So what I want to do is... No, we're going to build them over here. Yeah, sure. Let's build them right here. So, we're going to make some rockets because we can. We're going to bring over our belt. We're going to shove explosives in. We're also going to shove in... With a long-handed inserter, we're going to shove in a second belt, which will have green circuits and iron on it. And literally, I'm going to use 2 chests, 2 inserters, and I'm going to hand feed these, okay? All of those and all of those. And I don't want the barrels. Barrels can go in there. Oh, do we have grenades on me? No. Okay. Whoop. Power these guys up. Have an output. Whoops. Put a power pole there and a power pole there. Drag the belt out. Another power pole. And I don't have one on me. We want one of them type of chests so the robots can pick it up. That's not going to be in range. We'll add another robot port. Done. Okay, so that's in range. Robots can pick that up. They can deliver that to me. That's great. Yeah, the petroleum pipe is so dead. But with the extra speed modules, hopefully that helps. Again, we'll dump them in the storage. Lasers require steel, which we don't have. What we do have is this coal belt here, which I'm just going to rejig by the right-hand belt goes up to there and up to there and down to there. So I'm going to take the right-hand belt and we're going to run it straight through. That's not a nightmare. Okay. Cool. Turns out steel belt goes down, not up. Sulfur goes up. So I'm going to run that in there. I'm going to put a splitter in there. We're going to run that belt that way this time. So it becomes another upwards belt, which will tag in there. And it means hopefully I can delete all of that, plus all of that, which is just going to go to storage. I don't have recycling set up. It's a later JD problem. Iron. I need this iron belt to get out of my way as well. Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm going to run that belt up. We're going to run that belt from there, and that belt from there. Which will then let me run my iron belt down to here, and then my iron belt to upgrade planner. No, I want that one to stay. Yeah, we'll make you red belt. Run that way? Sure. Let the spaghetti commence. It's just unfortunate. I've got like 4 belts. 4 belts. I've got like 8 belts traveling left and 8 belts traveling north and south. It's just a bad spot all around. Okay. No, I'd like the sulfur belt out of the way as well. Okay. Sulfur can come out to the outside, and then it can travel north, right here. Hopefully out of everybody's damn way. Nope. Oh, there's a robot in the way. You know what? Can the robot go there instead? Okay. Sulfur. Yeah, that's a lot easier. Okay. Pick up the sulfur. Actually, before I pick up the sulfur, let's make a storage chest. We want, again, a inserter, a splitter, a belt. We want an input priority from the right-hand side. We're going to filter you to be sulfur. Is there sulfur in the network? No. Good. So if I dump all that, and then I deconstruct all those belts, in theory, it's a poor man's request chest, and that's what it's called for a reason, because it's not guaranteed that all the crap that I want to end up in this chest actually ends up in this chest. There is a chance it could go somewhere else, but hopefully it ends up in this chest. Alright, so with that done, that should have cleared up a bunch of stuff, which means I should be able to grab my whole steel smelter as is, and paste it, like, in theory there with some belt jiggles. More belt jiggles. Okay. You're going to be a straight belt. You're going to be a out of my way, with an out of my way, with an out of my way, with an out of my way, with a out of my way, with a splitter, and we're just going to underground those two. Okay. No. You also need to be a out of my way. So I can put one of those there. Did I not? Oh no, that is red. Okay, cool. You need to be upgraded. You need to go there. You need to go out of my way and out of my way. Cool. So much copper in my inventory. And so much iron ore in my inventory. Alright. So, this has been upgraded to red belt. It's definitely running better. This output is bad. Okay. What's the story with the coal belts? It's not running because I boo-booed. Okay, do I want to force the coal belt up further? Yes, let's have you go out even further. We'll plug that in there. We'll deconstruct these coal belts. We'll remove those so I don't end up with any boo-boos. We'll run this belt up through here. This is probably why the game of Factorio is often referred to as a spaghetti game. Because all my careful planning has slowly gone out the window bit by bit as things have migrated and squeezed in on top of themselves. Okay, so that's the coal belt moved. That's the iron belt moved. That's the steel belt, which actually gets disconnected because it's going to run off this steel smelter instead. I'm going to do a underground trick because it takes less room, which then lets me put a splitter there. Does it take less room? No. No, it doesn't. It makes me feel better about myself, okay? Okay. So that adds the new steel smelter to the old steel smelter to make the steel smelter smelt steel faster. You're filling up with coal, so it's going to be a while. You're a broken belt. So that'll fill up with coal. That'll output steel eventually. It does mean that our flamethrower fuel is dictated by us having this steel up and running, which we don't have up and running yet. But we've planned to have more steel eventually. Okay. Research is still going. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our roboports. Oh, you might also notice that I have a whole bunch of robots in my inventory. I haven't picked these up. What's happened is I picked up the roboports and they've had robots in them. And because they've had robots in them, they've ended up in my inventory. So we're just going to release them back in the network and hopefully they'll find a new home, a new job to go do. We're going to put one of those there with a power pole there. You reach, there we go. You can reach. Actually, let's remove you. Let's put you there. Let's set you to trees and rocks only. And let's get rid of those. No, okay. Maybe I shouldn't rip up all the trees. I like ripping up all the trees normally, but I have a pollution problem. Like, that's in range. That's in range. That's in range. That has no walls. Oh, good trick. That's all undefended. Okay, we have so many problems we're going to have to deal with, but we're probably going to have to deal with most of them in the next episode. What I do want to do is I do want to just mark these cliffs. At least if I can make the cliffs go away, I can feel a bit better about myself. Because they've been annoying forever. By the way, all these trees are now dead. That's something I should definitely explain as well. If we go into the production stats with P, we look at pollution. We have pollution absorbed by damaging trees or killing them entirely is 3.6k. By healthy trees is 1.7k. By tiles themselves, so the actual ground, is 800. And by 5 spitters and 4 biters, spawners, is probably that base, that base, that base, that base, and that base. So not that many bases, but yeah, they are absorbing my pollution, which means attack parties are incoming. And thank you, robots, for clearing out all those. So I want to put one of those there with some large power poles. There, and there. Alright, what we're going to do is we're just going to run out to this spot at least. Get rid of... Oh, keep that stuff. Just get rid of the cliffs. I already blew up these cliffs. I ran past them one time. Because they've spent long enough making my life misery. We're going to put a splitter on here. So at least these two are balanced between one another. Nope, there. Which should get more iron coming out of our smelters. Next episode, definitely. Definitely. Power's still okay. Power's still okay. Next episode, definitely, we're going to have to look at some lasers. Lasers have the advantage over guns that they don't require maintenance. They don't require ammo to be brought out. The catch is they use a crap ton of power and a crap ton of steel, and I don't have them. Also, they require to be unlocked, and we haven't done that either. But our research is almost finished, so it means we can definitely do that in the next episode. Also, there's a good chance I might just do it between episodes where I'm going to tag this, bring it across... feed this into some of these and then have our excess steel, our excess iron lines from this outpost, which is now not doing nearly as well as it was, feed into our 2 steel furnaces. Because we need more steel. We need a lot more steel. We're definitely at the point where we need this running and potentially need to start looking at that one as well as our next conquest. Anyway, with all that said, this is where I'm going to call today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. We did manage to use some prod mods, got a whole lot of prod mods put in. We do need to probably look at the workshop in the next episode. Yes. Or maybe some more military as well. So we do probably need to look at the workshop as well in the next episode, along with... what else did we get done? Yeah, spreading around the productivity love and also upgrading our pub checks to get them a little bit more happy. Actually, if we look at our production stats, over 10 minutes plastic. Yeah, we can see just putting in the productivity modules, we went from 400 plastic bars all the way up to 670. So a significant improvement. In fact, actually, if we go to fluids, oil, that's probably a better indication. We went from 7.4 down to 10. Yeah, 7.3 up to 10, but you can see it's slowly teetering off as the percentage yield in these pump jacks slowly goes down over time. So again, we also need to do something about more oil, which is here, or I think there's one. Oh yes, there's one really, really good one all the way up there, right in the middle of biter country. Anyway, like I said, with all that said, this is where I'm going to call today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you're enjoying. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode, where hopefully we don't get eaten, and we probably need to deal with some biters. Have I got shields? I haven't got shields. We're going to play with shields in the next episode probably as well. Yeah, they seem important. Anyway, like I said, calling it here. Thanks for watching. Bye.